We're going to start with, I did not find anything. I was kind of looking this morning, what do I want to start with? What sort of inspirational, quote from some wise person do I want to start with? And a lot of times we don't do that. We just do. We just go in within ourselves. And I guess I should start by saying that that's really important. It's important for us to go within because that is where the wisdom awaits. But sometimes we wake up at 8:40 and don't have enough time to get into our it within ourselves, for example. And I say that's late because I have to go through a whole routine in the morning, meditation and all these things. But the point is, sometimes we need something to wake us up. I think that's what I'm saying. Sometimes having an inspirational quote or knowing someone has had certain experiences and what they say to us might awaken something within us, awaken our own intuition so that we can find deeper truths ourselves. So that is why I like to bring in other voices, right? Wise voices. So I'm going to see if maybe I can just kind of pull out one of Paramahansa. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I love doing that. So I just pulled out from the stack of the paragrams that I use, and it came out, the title is Intuition. So that's pretty neat. So I'm going with it. And it is quite lovely. So there we go. So how about we sit up nice and tall. And that is not the first time that's happened with these cards, I will tell you that. So sitting up tall, let's circle our shoulders. I just want to get some movement going, get some warmth in our bodies before we go into a more still position and we start to focus on our breath. So I would love for today's practice to be a little bit more fluid. So less of a stiff hold, for example, and more of just some oscillating motion. So maybe take the trunk in circles or take the trunk side to side and going the other way. I remember some years ago learning through, I think, different dance classes I was taking that actually belly dancing is very, very good for the back and for the core strength and everything, and clearly it would be. But when you think about what's going on there, there's a lot of fluid motion. There's a lot of little pieces working together to make very subtle motions. So let's take a little twist to the right, a little twist to the left. We'll come into back to the right and back to the left. Come into the middle, take the shoulders up, back, and down. Circle the head. Small circles, not big circles. Small little circles. It's almost like you could barely feel anything in the neck, really. It's more like you feel just the top of the head moving around that axis, the top of the spine. And then we'll release the head, look to the right, turn the head to the right. Ooh, turn the head to the left. Bring the head to center. And how about we start with the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Close the eyes. Soften the face. Relax the crown of the head. Soften the forehead. Relax the jaw. And then let's start to develop a nice deep breath. Inhaling, and feeling the belly expand, then the rib cage, and then the chest, so you can feel that in the left hand. Releasing from the chest. rib cage into the belly. So let's start with Shiva mantra. Bringing the palms together now that we've developed the breath. Let's enliven the feeling within us, what that mantra brings out without actually chanting it first. Om, I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher, that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Intuition from Paramahansa Yogananda. Intuition is the discriminative faculty that enables you to decide which of two lines of reasoning is right. Perfect intuition makes you a master of all knowledge. Your will and intuition should go hand in hand. A person with a strong will usually has an active intuitional power. You should develop the latent intuitive faculty. It can grow only through meditation. Do not make unimportant things important, nor concentrate on trifles at the expense of vital matters, or you will hamper your progress. Impulsive actions that are not in keeping with one's real duties are undesirable. Let soul intuition guide your thinking, and then proceed confidently in any undertaking. There's a lot there. There are a few different topics, but all related to intuition. So let's take that with us, and maybe as we shift to table, maybe consider, maybe this is a year for us to develop that connection to our intuition. The faculty of buddhi is actually, and that is related to Buddha. So let's just maybe make that part of our year. So we've got knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Let's start to move through cat-cow today as part of our fluid inspiration for the practice. Inhaling, letting the belly sink. Exhaling, engaging the belly and pulling up. Now, if you just focus on one point, for example, moving through, focus on the rib cage. Just the rib cage. Inhaling, letting the rib cage open and sink. Exhaling, drawing the rib cage in. Notice what happens where you feel the activity as you keep your awareness at that point. Now, before we go further, let's neutralize the spine and come to standing on the knees. Remember to have a blanket nearby for moments like this in case you need to put them under the knees. Take the hands forward and just shift the hands up and down as you keep the arms straight. So I could feel, because I hadn't done much with my wrists, I didn't warm them up, you could feel a little bit tension rising by having them flexed in that table. Now let's take some circles. Circle the other way. And then bring the hands in and start to shake them out. We'll do more hand and wrist things as we progress. Now let's bring the hands right back down. This time as we move through cat-cow, bring your attention to the low belly. So below the belly button. Inhaling, expanding that space. Exhaling, drawing in, but then really pulling that low belly in at the end of that cat. So you could feel the contraction. And then inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, engaging, really pulling. So before, it wasn't as obvious that that part of the body could contract when we were moving in our cat-cow. But now we're putting extra attention and extra effort in that space. As you're doing this, you might become more aware of the low spine. So we're going to rest again before we take this one step further. So when you're ready, this time let's come into a child's posture. You can extend the arms, or you can bring the arms aside the trunk if the head finds a comfortable place to rest. And let the shoulders hang loose. Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and this time exhale out through the mouth. Nice rhythmic breath guiding us through. Let's rise up to standing on the knees again. And we'll take the arms up towards the sky, interlace the fingers, and then just stretch the arms up. Oh, rose a little quickly there. The blood is rushing a little unexpectedly there. So then we have the fingers interlaced, right? Let's flip the palms up, keeping the fingers interlaced. A little bit of a hand stretch. And release the hands. Again, give them a nice little shake. And then come back to hands and knees. This time, let's bring the attention to like right around the sternum to clavicle area, so like in the chest. And then we'll inhale, sink. Then what actually happens is the chest lifts at this point, right? And then exhale, the chest draws in between the shoulders. So continuing this, keeping your attention on the upper spine and the chest. Really stretching through as you lift the back up. One more time into cow with the chest lifting upwards, and then we're going to shift. Tailbone is also up. Shift into heart chakra posture. Take the palms forward. Keep looking forward. So we want to feel the stretch in the armpits, through the chest. The tailbone stays shifting up so the hips are still over the knees. All right, let's create a little bit more heat in the body. Come back up to table posture and into downward facing dog. Roll over the toes, lift the knees and the hips. A little bit of motion first. Some tightness in the back of the legs, probably felt pretty well here. Okay, let's go ahead and step the right foot forward. While we're doing this, really keep that leg lifted. And then pick the foot up so that we can bring it down. Let's just rise up maybe to the fingertips into a high lunge. Back heel is up. And then bring the hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, really pull the knee into the chest, and then lift the knee high to step the foot down. Lift the head and the chest a bit. We'll do this on our inhale. And the exhale, hands down and step back, downward facing dog. All in one breath. Let's, can we do it all in one inhale? No, we're going to exhale the right foot forward. And inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down and step back. Take a breath in. And exhale, step right foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back. So again, you take a breath in. And then exhale the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. So we're going to take this on our own, at our own pace. So one more time on the right and the left side. And after the left side, step the right foot forward. We're going to come right into a forward fold. We'll have the feet to the edges of the mat. And just releasing the trunk, maybe bending the knees. Let's actually bend the knees if they aren't already and start to unroll the spine. Once we've unrolled, move the shoulders into circles. I'll take the right hand to the right thigh, pick the left arm up, and come over to the right for angle posture, side bend. Inhale, come into the middle. Left hand to the thigh, right arm up and over to the left. Inhale, come to the center. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. Look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Legs straight or maybe bent so that we don't run the back too much here. So while we're in this position, we're going to try to create some resistance by keeping the fingers interlaced, but then pushing the arms down closer towards the mat, and then relaxing and exhaling, bringing them up overhead again. So we can inhale and push these arms down. There's a lot of resistance if we can make it. And then exhale over. So you're pushing the hands into each other and also trying to draw the arms down. And then exhaling. And then just take one big breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And release the arms down. Let's heel toe the feet closer together. Bring the hands down and step or maybe jump the feet back to a plank posture. And once here, we'll exhale and lower down with control. So without collapsing, use the knees if needed. And inhale, come up into a back bend. Tops of the feet to the mat. Pressing up, maybe cobra, maybe upward facing dog. Exhale, child's posture or downward facing dog if you want to keep the energy up. Two more deep breaths. And inhale, rise back up to table posture, into downward facing dog. This time we'll lift the right leg up. Move that right ankle around. And step the right foot forward, coming into a lunge again. Then we're going to bring the left knee down and then lift the trunk. The left knee, have it behind the hip. All right. Let's take another side bend. Right hand to the right thigh. Pick the left arm up and over to the right. Inhale, come into the center. Take both of the arms up. Interlace the fingers and then extend the arms up as you look up. Flip the palms to face up towards the sky. Take the arms out into a V formation. Nice breath or two here. And then let's take the hands all the way behind the back, interlace the fingers, and squeeze the shoulders back. Still looking upwards. And release the hands around the right foot. Roll over the back toes and come back into that three-legged downward facing dog with the right leg lifting upwards. Look underneath. How about we bend that right foot so that it comes over the left hip. Look under the left armpit for the right foot. We're going to go into a short little pigeon from here. Sounds like its own little posture, short little pigeon. Let's take the right knee to the right wrist. And then slide that left leg back. Lift the heart. And exhale, fold. How about a nice minute-long hold? Relaxing in. Let the body become heavy. Keep the breath rhythmic. Two more breaths. And that's our minute. I know it could feel like we probably want to be there a little longer. We're going to come out, try to get more hip in later. Roll over the back toes. You can lift the right leg back up and then set the foot down. And then we'll switch sides. Left leg lifting up. Move that left ankle around. And step the left foot forward. Right knee comes down, setting it behind the hip, and then lift the trunk up. Starting with our side bend to the left, left hand comes down, right arm up and over to the left. Both of the arms lift upwards, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms up. Maybe looking up at this point. Flip the palms upwards, stretching the hands. Bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and then straighten the arms. Squeeze the shoulders back, look upwards. I forgot our nice V formation, so we're going to go right back up, releasing the arms, taking them up into a V, and really opening. Noticing what this feels like to be in this position. And then let's release the hands around the left foot, roll over the back toes, lift the left leg up. And bend that knee, taking the foot over to the right, looking under the right armpit for the left foot. Let's find our pigeon. Left knee to the left wrist, right leg slides back. Sink in. We have a minute to be here. Rhythmic breath of aware and attentive to the sensations in the body. Let the body get heavy. We have about 3 more breaths. No, actually 2. And then we'll bring hands down, roll over the back toes, lift the left leg up. And we'll bring the left foot down. And this time step the feet to the edges of the mat and walk the hands in towards the feet to come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Let's come up halfway, lengthen the spine with a straighter back this time. Bring the hands to the hips and then rise up to standing. All right, we're going to separate the feet. So take a nice wide position on the mat, bringing the arms to a T. I want to go through a windmill today. So a little bit of a different take on our standing postures. Bring the arms to a T. I think I already said that. But we're going to just be switching. Right arm will come over to the left leg as the left arm lifts, and then we rise on the inhale. So exhaling, left arm to right leg, and inhaling back up. So let's go through that, but we want to feel kind of a free motion, so it's not like a stiff, controlled motion, even though we are controlling it, right? So inhaling, and then exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So there's a sense of lightness, a sense of free flow. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. There's going to be a little bit more force in the breath, but because it's a quicker breath, we can still fit in as much or even more oxygen as we inhale, and getting out as much that we don't need as we exhale. We don't have to go to the foot. We can go to the thigh. We can go to the shin. Just allowing ourselves to fully get absorbed in this motion. A couple more. And then we'll lift up, bring the hands to the hips. Turn the right toes to the right and bend into the right knee. Bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. So it's a side lunge facing the side of the mat. You can press the elbow to the inside of the leg to help the stretch. We'll take this into a twist. One more breath. And then we'll walk over to face the short side of the mat where the right foot is. Left heel lifts, left palm plants. Inhale the right arm up. Maybe look up past that right thumb. And we'll bring the right hand down and walk over to the left foot, which will turn slightly out. That right foot will turn slightly in, bending over to the left side. And that left elbow maybe pushing into the left leg. So inner thigh stretching, that right side. Groin on the left side. Let's come over to our twist. Right hand down, left arm lifts. We'll bring the left hand down, walk over to the center between the two feet, and then maybe let's grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold, bending the elbows, releasing the head. Inhale, come up halfway. Bring the hands to the hips, soft bend in the knees as you rise up with a straight back. And we'll heel toe the feet closer together. Let's take a balancing posture before we come back to the mat. So, we will be holding the knee or the foot from standing with left hand to the hip, starting. So if you need support, please find a wall or some furniture where you can bring that left hand. We're going to start with hands to hips, feet hip distance apart. Shift over to the left leg, engage that leg, and pick up the right knee, holding the right knee with the right hand. The other option is hold the big toe with the peace fingers and extend the leg, even if the leg stays bent. I love this posture because the core, the hip flexor, there's a lot going on. There's a leg stretch if you have the leg extended. And then we're going to take it to the right and help the hip out a little bit. So even if the leg is bent or whether it's straight, out to the right, maybe turn the head to the left to challenge the balance a little bit. Bring the leg back to center. Really draw it up, and then we'll release. Roll the ankles. Step through the feet. And then let's go to the other side. So, hands to hips. Shift over to the right leg. Pick up the left knee. Maybe hold the toe. Take the leg over to the left, maybe turn the head to the right. Bring the leg to center and really pull it up. And then exhale, release it down. There's so much light coming in today. So come back to the mat. We're going to come to seated. Just go right into seated. Actually, come to hands and knees, excuse me. I'm going to make sure that we go through this a bit. So we're going to go through our spinal balance. And we're really going to do it with the breath. So it can be slow, which we often do it slow, but we're going to go into the Kundalini variation, which is, again, bringing that forceful breath out and really absorbing into the movement. So in the next inhale, lift the right leg and the left arm and the head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower. So we're going to keep doing this, but we're going to make sure that we aren't lifting the leg too high and lift the arm as high as the shoulder. That's where I always kind of don't go. I never pick that up. Well, I don't pick it up as much when, especially if I'm going this fast and I'm not concentrating. So really concentrating on the heights and keeping the hips level with each other as you're lifting the leg. So not rotating the hip out. Keep the hip drawn in, the thigh drawn inward. All right, let's keep going with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You'll feel, with this more rapid variation, the belly contracting as you bring hands down, the limbs down, and then the low back contracting when you're lifting. This one will get you breaking out into a little bit of a sweat if you get that forceful pace. Couple more. So one more with the left leg, and then we'll lower. Take a breath in and out. Rest in child's posture for a moment. Feel the hips and the low back stretch.
One more breath.
All right, let's come over to hands and knees, and then find your way to the left hip and the right forearm. It's been a while since I've done this one, but I want to see if we can go there. We're going to bring the right foot down in front of the left leg, and then extend the left leg along the mat. So right foot is planted, find a good spot for it, and we're on the forearm. This is going to give us a gentle stretch in the low back region. Just relaxing the left rib cage. Okay, so while we're here now, let's go ahead and push the left foot down. I'm sorry, the whole left leg. Push the left leg down for some resistance, and then relax, and then push the left leg down. Relax. Left leg down. Relax, and then just sink in. Now if we want to increase the stretch, we can rise up to the left hand. And come back down to the forearm, and we're going to switch sides. So you could turn around, or you could just come over to the other side of the mat, where we will have first the knees bent here. We set up the forearm so it's parallel to the short side. Bring the left foot down in front of the right, and straighten the right leg. So we're just starting with that gentle stretch. Okay, so 3 times about, 3 or 4. Push that right leg down into the mat, and then release. Push down, and release. Down, and release. And then relaxing that leg and enjoying the stretch. If you feel like you'd like to add to it, come up to the hand. So really get into the side body through the rib cage, into the low back. Not particularly a yoga posture that has been named, but it's a position that helps, and I think that's what matters. So then let's come back down to the forearm, and then we're going to come to seated. The ankles crossed. We're going to do a little bit more fluid motion for the low back. So from here, hands to that front shin, nice tight grip, and then on the inhale, start to, let's just focus actually on the low belly. So we're not going to do the whole, like the whole movement with the shoulders. We're going to inhale, stick the belly out, exhale, pull the belly in. So there's a lot more engagement here, focusing on the belly. So inhaling, belly out, exhaling, belly in. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. A little bit more force. Not so much in the body, force in the breath. Lots of contraction in the belly. We're going to do the same thing in a moment, but for the shoulders. And that'll work with the upper. And then we'll do something similar, but twisting to work with the center. of the back. One more. And then inhaling and lifting. So the next one, you can sit on the heels for it, or you can stay seated just like this. I like to go on the heels. So bring the hands to the shoulders, 4 fingers in front, thumbs on top. And then inhale, take the elbows back. Exhale, elbows together, head down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, shoulders apart or elbows apart. Exhale, elbows touch. So now some force. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I know we have someone that's going to be leaving shortly. I just want to let you know, lie down in Shavasana for even if it's 15 seconds or something like that before you go, just to end your practice. Exhaling, I forgot to mention it. Couple more. And then releasing. I can feel the tension building up to my neck, being released from the bottom, moving up. So we're going to do now right here in this area, we're going to do this by twisting. Okay, so as we're doing this motion, I find, again, sitting on the heels is easier for this. So see if you can do that. If not, stay seated on the bottom. But we're going to take the hands and pull them apart. So interlace the fingers like hooks. One palm down, one palm up, and then pull them apart from each other. So there's real strong lock. And then we'll inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale. It's going to be a swinging motion. Might be a little faster than others because there's not much space to move into here. The spine will only twist so much. Come to center, take a deep breath in. And out. Release the hands for a moment. Nice deep breath in and out. We're going to do this again. I never do this, but I'm going to try it. Try to flip which hand you had on top. It feels really weird. And this time we're going to inhale to the right. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale. Really opens the rib cage and the breathing system. Couple more. This is almost on the verge of breath of fire. One more time to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Shoulders up, back, down. Just feel the trunk and feel that life energy moving through. We're going to come to seated with the left leg extended, right foot to the inside of the thigh. Keep the left toes up, and let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands somewhere to the leg. Keep the arms straight on the inhale. On the exhale, bend the arms, but keep the face forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift the trunk, straighten, exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. Again, that nice fluid motion. We can go slower on this breath. Some of these are the way that I was introduced to yoga in 1997. And I've always appreciated them, always find them to be very effective in waking up the brain especially, and opening up the body. So one more inhale, and on the exhale, we'll just breathe and sink into the fold. And inhale, rise up, switching sides. Take the arms up on the breath in. Exhale, bend on the breath out. Find the position for the hands where they'll stay. And then we'll inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend them. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep going. Do your best not to bend the spine here. So we're just bending the elbows and then lifting and lowering the back. One more inhale, and then exhale, folding and breathing. And we'll inhale, rise up. Cross the ankles. Take the hands behind, fingers facing back. Draw the belly forward, the shoulders back. Feel the openness, the broadness of the chest. I read recently that intuition, or buddhi, lives in the heart, and wisdom lives in the brain. And let's relax the shoulders. And the goal for us is to connect these two. So bring the soles of the feet together. So the buddhi and manas, heart and mind, and bringing them together and balancing them out, making us a whole, more harmonious being. Soles of the feet together. Let's lower the head down around the shoulders, and then let the back release in. The hands might reach forward, or we might tuck the forearms underneath the lower legs. we'll start to unroll the spine. Head rises last, cross the ankles. It's almost time to rest. Let's take the left hand forward, create a fist, turn the fist down. Take the right hand to the left fist. Now gently push the left knuckles into the right fingers. And then relax. And then push and relax. Push and relax. Open the hand for a moment before we go further. Flip the palm up and down or forward and inward. And then let's keep the palm forward. Draw the right hand to the left fingers and pull them in. See actually if you can incorporate the thumb. Keep the left arm straight. Bring the palm in, gently draw it in. Maybe a little bit of a push with the top of the hand. Then relax this. Take a circle or two. Create your fist again, turn it down. Hold it with the right hand. Pull it in. I find doing this before sun salutations has been really helping me in my morning practice. And then releasing the hand, some motion. Okay, now before we take the other side, just pay attention to the difference between the hands. Maybe even visually see. I can see my left hand is much more relaxed than my right. It's lower than my right. There's more motion in my wrist. So let's work on the other side. Right hand forward. First, move it around. Palm forward, palm down. Then create a fist, turn it down. Draw the hand, left fingers to the right wrist. Push the right knuckles into the left fingers. Do this a few times, pushing and then releasing. And then just hold for a moment and release. Some motion again. Palm forward, palm down, palm forward. Left fingers or left hand pressing the right hand, the fingers inward. Doesn't hurt to create a little resistance at any point. Then we'll turn the hand down. A little resistance. Release, motion. One more time, fist. Turn it down, hold it with the left hand. Keep the arm straight. Oh. And release. Take some motion, maybe shake it out. And hopefully we feel balance between the two. Okay, let's work on the neck. Fold the hands into each other. Turn the head to the right and the left. Right and the left. A few more times. And then head to center, up and down. Now if you pay attention to how the neck feels in relation to the rest of the spine, you might notice it feels heavier, like kind of feels top heavy for me. So we want to get rid of that and lighten up the neck as well. Bring the head to center, lift the right ear up. Bring the head back to center with a little resistance here. Head back to the left, into the middle with some resistance. Over, right ear up. We'll let this one stretch. And head to center. Left ear up. With some resistance, bring the head back to center. Left ear up. Back to center. Left ear up, and this one will hold for the stretch. and head to center. Head to chest, or chin to chest. Chin up. Chin to neutral. Cross the wrists, fingers to the base of the neck. Push in, lift the chin. So right above the clavicle, we've got these long muscles that attach to the sternum, the clavicle, and up to the mastoid process behind the ears. So they call it sternocleidomastoid. Bring the head to center, and one more time, push in and lift. And bring the head to center. Release the hands, turn the head left, right, up and down. Maybe get those small circles that we were working on earlier. Maybe drop the chin and shake the head out. Deep breath in through the nose, release through the mouth. And bring the head to center. And hopefully that lightness is felt throughout the spine. And maybe even from the sitting bones all the way up to the crown of the head. And we're going to just take a moment to bring the head down, pull the pelvic floor up, rest the hands, and just really pay attention to prana circulating through the trunk and all the vital organs and through all the areas that need a little attention. And if other parts of the bodies other than the trunk need your attention, take your attention there and really use your awareness, your consciousness to experience prana there, to encourage prana to flow through that space, to enliven that area. Now we're just going to pick up the head, keep your awareness where it was, and this time we'll hum in that space. So wherever you have a little bit of discomfort or have been dealing with, we're going to take a deep breath in, keep your awareness on that space, and then hum and concentrate there. Focusing on circulating prana. 2 more. Breath in. This time for the whole body. You're going to find your way to Shavasana, but if there is a posture that you'd like to stop at on the way, please do. Any spinal twists lying down or reclining pigeon posture. And as you do that, I will focus on the heartbeat of the drum. if you aren't there already, find your way to Shavasana. Or at least go to your second side if you were working on a two-sided posture, just so that we can eventually make our way there. So, once you're lying down, let the limbs release completely. Let's start with the right hand, feeling the right fingers relax, the right complete hand, the palm itself, the wrist. Feel the forearm relax, the upper arm, the right shoulder, the right waist, the right hip, the right leg, the right foot, and all the right toes. Feeling the right side of the body relaxed and released. And now the left hand, starting with the left fingers. Relax the left palm, the wrist, the left forearm, the upper arm, the left waist, left hip, the left leg, and the left foot, and the left toes. And then feel the front of the trunk, the low belly, above the belly button, the lower rib cage, and then the upper rib cage and the chest. Now focus on the back of the trunk, the lower back, middle back, the upper back around the shoulder blades, and then the back of the neck. Bring your attention now to the sides of the neck and the front of the neck. Be aware of the throat, and then go into the cavity of the chest. Attention to the heart, and go deep within the heart, as deep as you can, deeper and deeper into the heart, finding a speck of golden light in the heart. See that light, very, very small, and yet you can zoom your awareness to it. And you can see maybe the light flickers, or maybe it's very solid flame. relax in that light. Maybe you actually take your awareness inside of it, step inside of it. So still in a relaxed state in Shavasana, I'm going to just read the last sentence of that intuition card that we started with. Really let every word soak in. Let soul, intuition, guide your thinking, and then proceed confidently in any undertaking. So we can, as we are ready to consider the new year, to keep this in mind. In any undertaking, we can proceed confidently when we let soul intuition guide our thinking. So let's start to now become aware of the breath. Notice how the body is breathing. And then start to deepen the breath, coming back. Start to move the hands and feet. maybe stretch the arms behind and find lengths. Point the toes forward. And bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees. And then find your way up to seated. Bringing the palms together. May all beings be established in the true self. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be fulfilled. May all beings be blessed. Shanti mantra. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.